the Can We Talk director. And joining me today is the assistant director of the Can We Talk program, Ray Holman, who has a very special announcement for us.
Well, Maya, I do. In fact, on January 19th, we're going to be having our second State of the State TV Party Watch. And of course, every year, Governor Snyder addresses both the House and the Senate at the Capitol, and additionally, department heads, the state Supreme Court, and basically any leader in state government will be at the Capitol on the 19th. But we're going to open up the local, bring down our big movie screen. We're going to be serving dinner, and we're inviting Local 6,000 members, their families, people within the AFL-CIO, the Coalition of State Employee Unions, to come to our local to watch the State of the State. Now, before Governor Snyder speaks to other leaders at the Capitol and we watch his presentation, we have a special guest speaker. Gretchen Whitmer will be speaking at our local between 6 p.m. and 6:30. And Maya, if you remember, Gretchen Whitmer is the former minority leader in the Senate. Not only that, Gretchen actually is the UAW Local 6,000 Lawmaker of the Decade. We had honored her that distinction back in 2014, if you remember. Now, to promote this event on the 19th, we're going to have some clips for people who are maybe not familiar with former Senator Gretchen's career. So let's watch some of those clips.
All right, let's watch those clips.
Michigan is facing another budget deficit, and the Senate majority wants to balance it on the backs of the state's hardworking public employees instead of making concessions themselves. Every time state government is in crisis, the leadership of this body asks our state employees to make more sacrifices when they've made none. These employees are vital to providing the services that Michigan residents rely on every day to survive. These are the men and women in Child Protective Services who help keep kids safe. They're the people in the Department of Human Services that make sure families and seniors have the assistance they need to put food on their table. Do any of you worry about how you're going to put food on your table? Child abuse does not take a furlough day. Hunger does not take a furlough day. Crime does not take a furlough day. Then why should we ask the people who combat these challenges to take furlough days? These men and women do not look at their jobs as just another paycheck. And in turn, state government should not be looking at them like just another price tag. I am proud to represent the majority of Michigan's hardworking, dedicated state employees. But more importantly, I'm proud to have them represent me and represent our state.
You must be kind of embarrassed right now. Your floor leader doesn't know the rules and your leader doesn't even want his name on this bill. Well, I got a simple question. Why are we here today? You know, we're here today on an issue that's not about unions, it's about people. And you know what I find striking in the way that everyone talks about this bill? You never talk about people. You don't talk about the nurses or the teachers. You don't talk about the first responders, the corrections officers, or the social workers that are keeping people safe. Let's be clear. This legislation is petty and vindictive politics at its most disgusting. You began this mission by attacking workers and their families with your emergency manager legislation that raised the ire of people around the state and brought thousands of protesters here to Lansing. And now for one of your final pieces of business in this legislative calendar, you want to pass right-to-work legislation that hurts workers and our economy by lowering employee wages, benefits, and workplace protections. Another bow to big business. And there's statistic after statistic after statistic that our tough nerd didn't bother to check out. And it makes me ask, good God, is this Governor Snyder's vision for Michigan? More people on welfare? Workers making less money and unemployment higher? The people of Michigan have already voted no on this bill, and I, for one, will be standing with them and voting no as well. I encourage you all to do the same. And you know what? I'm going to tell the people of Michigan, I'm not going to stand here and participate in this attack on Michigan workers. Your political retribution, especially if you move to cut off our voices in this process. If you move a call on the question, I'm leaving. And I'm going to join the workers out in the rotunda. And you're gonna...
My apologies, Senator.
So there you have it. Join us January 19th at 6 p.m. sharp to have Senator Gretchen Whitmer address our audience. And also, directly after that, we'll be watching the State of the State address with Governor Schneider here at UAW Local 6000 at 3350 North Grand River, Lansing, Michigan.